The heat of the North American summer is palpable, signaling that the express train to the 2026 World Cup is hitting top gear. Following our tactical breakdowns of the tournament's groups, our next stop is Group B, a battleground, brimming with diversity and fascinating wildcards. In this group, Canada's home advantage will face fierce resistance from a battle-hardened Switzerland, a Qatar side hungry to scale new heights, and a highly disciplined Bosnia and Herzegovina. While it lacks an absolute tight Lofavor heavyweight, the narrow gap in quality is the perfect spark to turn Group B into a brutal war of attrition, where glory will belong only to the most resilient. The landscape of Group B presents an intriguing picture. No single team looks completely outclassed, yet no powerhouse stands out to comfortably dominate the group. Canada are well aware that the road ahead is fraught with danger. Playing on home soil provides a massive psychological boost from their passionate fans, but that alone guarantees nothing against opponents who are all complex puzzles to solve. The North Americans will lock horns with a Swiss side renowned for being stubborn jaunt killers in major tournaments, a Qatar team burning with desire to assert Asian football's prominence, and the ever-looming physical threat of Eastern European grit from Bosnia and Herzegovina. In a group where the playing field is heavily leveled, a spot in the knockout rounds won't be secured through blowout wins. Instead, glory will only go to the team that keeps its cool in these high-stakes tactical chess matches. The charismatic Jesse Marsch has been handed the prestigious task of steering Canada through their 2026 World Cup campaign. It is a historic milestone, marking the first time an American tactician leads Les Rouges on the world's biggest stage. Unwavering in his high-intensity, vertical, and high-energy pressing philosophy, Marsch is expected to ignite the team's fighting spirit and help them break their group stage curse to mount a deep run. Canada's squad for this campaign is a prime blend of players in their peak years and promising young starlets. All eyes will undoubtedly be on Captain Alphonso Davies, Canada's talisman, who possesses blistering pace down the left flank. The goal-scoring burden falls heavily on star striker Jonathan David, a natural-born finisher with lethal predatory instincts, currently plying his trade at Juventus. Alongside these two marquee figures, a dynamic midfield engine propelled by Ismail Kone and the vocal leadership of Steven Eustaquio will serve as the platform for Canada's dreams. Bosnia and Herzegovina made a triumphant return to the world stage after stunning Italy in the playoffs. Masterminding this success is manager Sergej Barbarez, who has injected passion and immense unity into the Bosnian dressing room. Deploying a pragmatic 442 system that prioritizes lightning-fast transitions and direct defending, the 54-year-old tactician has forged the Balkan Dragons into a resilient, compact unit capable of upsetting the big boys in this tournament. The Eastern Europeans head to North America with a squad that blends the last of their golden generation with hungry young prospects. Centered at the heart of their play is the veteran Edin Dzeko. The old guard is set for his final World Cup dance at the age of 40, with his clinical goal-scoring instinct as sharp as ever. To share the attacking burden with their iconic captain, the frontline features exciting breakout options like young Salzburg winger Alej Begovic and the explosive pace of Esmir Bajraktarevic. Switzerland march into North America under the guidance of their tactical mastermind. Murat Yakin, the 51-year-old coach, has drilled the Natty into a disciplined and hungry unit. Tipped by many to go deep and act as the tournament's dark horses, under Yakin, the Swiss remain deeply committed to a meticulously organized zonal defensive block combined with suffocating pressing. He is expected to guide the Rossi Crociati past their usual round of 16 ceiling to break new ground. The Western Europeans' resilience is anchored by a golden generation at the peak of their powers. The heartbeat of the side is undoubtedly Captain Granit Xhaka, the ultimate midfield general who dictates the tempo and controls the engine room. Defensive solidity is anchored by the rock-solid Manuel Akonji, while Gregor Kobel provides elite security between the sticks. Up front, talisman Brielle Mbolo and raw talent Johan Monzombi carry the weight of delivering the clinical edge in the final third. Representing Gulf pride, reigning Asian champions Qatar enter Group B with a promising new look under the stewardship of Julen Lopetegui, who has instilled a modern possession-based style and impeccable structural compactness into the side. No longer the tournament whipping boys, Al Anabi have transformed into a genuine threat, ready to go toe-to-toe with anyone in the group. Qatar's strength lies in a highly experienced spine, spearheaded by their creative maestro, Akram Afef, who possesses the finest vision and game-changing flair in the squad. Alongside him, the sharp movement of centre-forward Almoez Ali, combined with the steady leadership of veteran skipper Hassan Al-Haidar, forms a well-balanced outfit that the Qatari public holds higher expectations for than ever before. Switzerland boasts 13 appearances on the world's grandest stage. The Nati's finest hours came with 3 quarter-final finishes in 1934, 1938, and most notably, the historic 1954 tournament on home soil. In the modern era, the Swiss have evolved into a formidable, consistent force, successfully navigating the group stage in 5 of the last 6 World Cups. Heading into 2026, Switzerland will firmly target a quarter-final spot or even a deeper run. Meanwhile, Bosnia's World Cup history began in 2014 in Brazil, where they proudly showcased a brand of technical yet gritty football, pulling off major surprises in their debut on the global stage. The Eastern Europeans etched an emotional milestone by defeating Iran 3-1, cementing their unique footballing identity before making their powerful return to this year's edition. Canada entered this tournament as a footballing nation, undergoing a massive transformation. Having featured in 3 previous World Cups, and putting aside their naive debut back in 1986, Les Roches gave their fans a moment to cherish at Qatar 2022, when Alphonso Davies scored the country's first ever World Cup goal. Now, armed with home advantage and a golden generation hitting its prime, the Maple Leafs are ready to break barriers and write a historic new chapter. Qatar approached the 2026 World Cup in a completely different light this time, earning their ticket through sheer merit and sweat on the pitch. Closing the book on their nervous debut as hosts in 2022, where Mohamed Muntari netted their historic first goal on the world stage, Al Anabi have taken those harsh lessons on board. Backed by the immense pedigree of back-to-back Asian Cup titles in 2019 and 2023, Qatar have shed the tag of tournament apprentices and stand ready to cause major upsets in 2026. Switzerland's greatest asset is their highly organized defensive structure and suffocating press under Murat Yakin, the rock-solid spine of Granit Xhaka and Manuel Akanji, ensures the Nati maintain a stubborn defensive baseline. However, Switzerland's Achilles heel remains their efficiency in the final third. The lack of a world-class, clinical number 9 often leaves forwards like Brielle Mbolo isolated, making the Swiss prone to stalemates when tasked with killing games off. Canada's main strength lies in the raw pace of their squad and an exhilarating high-intensity style that thrives on intense pressing. Alphonso Davies' explosive bursts down the left flank, coupled with Jonathan David's intelligent movement and positioning, are the keys to unlocking opposition defenses. On the flip side, Canada's major vulnerability is an unstable defensive line under heavy pressure. The international naivety of their centre-backs could prove costly against elite, savvy lines. Resilient fighting spirit and a highly pragmatic aerial threat form the bedrock of Bosnia and Herzegovina's game plan. The aerial prowess and hold-up play of veteran talisman Edin Dzeko provide a lethal outlet from set pieces, ready to punish any defensive lapses. The biggest hurdle for the Balkan side is an aging core and a relatively slow tempo in possession. They are prone to running out of steam in the second half, or getting pinned back when facing teams that deploy quick, one-touch passing combinations. At his advanced age, Dzeko's heavy involvement can be a double-edged sword if the team becomes overly reliant on him. For Qatar, a tight-knit chemistry built over years of playing together, combined with the individual magic of playmaker Akram Afif, makes them a highly unpredictable package. Their seamless short-passing combinations allow the Asian Kings to control the tempo and orchestrate creative attacking patterns. However, a lack of physical stature and struggles in individual duels remain a fatal flaw for the Gulf side. often finding themselves overpowered in physical 50-50s or aerial battles against European and American opponents who boast superior height, vertical leap, and raw power. Given their squad depth and immense tournament pedigree, Switzerland are the clear class of the field and are widely backed by pundits as heavy favorites to top Group B. The Swiss possess a highly cohesive, street-smart group with world-class stars anchoring every department, notably Granit Xhaka and Manuel Akanji, giving them a massive edge in controlling group dynamics. In stark contrast to Switzerland's predicted dominance, the second knockout spot promises to be a chaotic battle to the death among the remaining three sides, given the narrow gap in quality. Co-hosts Canada have the fortress of home support and the electric pace of Alphonso Davies, but they must break down the stubborn Balkan steel of Bosnia and Herzegovina. Meanwhile, the reigning Asian champions, Qatar, inspired by the creative magic of Afif, are more than capable of playing the role of party, turning the race behind Switzerland into a breathtaking photo finish right down to the wire. The North American journey is heating up as teams finalize their preparations. Stay tuned for deeper tactical breakdowns and expert insights in our next episode, where we dissect the heavyweights of Group C. Until next time, goodbye.